Before that guy, this guy, I have this story of this poor fellow. To Malaysia we go. We're all over the world, man. A man in Malaysia needing medical treatment after a snake bit him on the butt as he sat on a toilet playing a video game.
Wow. Don't sit and play video games.
Well, look before you sit. Sabri Tizali is his name. He's 28. He'd been sitting on the toilet playing video games on his phone when a snake came up from the bottom of the bowl and bit him in the butt. Thankfully, it was just his butt. Panicking, as you would, he stood up to find the snake was holding on to one of his cheeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's So what kind of snake? Do we know?
A toilet snake.
Oh. Shit. Shit snake.
The Malaysian toilet snake. He yanked the reptile off and then rushed to leave the bathroom, smashing the door in the process, as would anyone, I would think. The snake, the snake that got him by the butt was not venomous.
Oh, thank God.
He was treated with an anti-tetanus shot. The reptile, reportedly a python of some sort, was taken away from the property by the local fire and rescue department. He shared the story.
All covered in shit, I'm sure.
Well, you get bit in the butt, your bowels will be empty at that point.
Yeah, mine would.
He shared the story on the Twitter, which was amusing, I suppose. In a tweet, he posted photos of the aftermath, including one of the snake curled up by the toilet bowl. He also photographed the snake being captured by fire and rescue teams, and it's not clear what happened to the snake afterwards. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure they...
Tazali said that he was so shaken from the incident that he avoided using the toilet in his own home for around 2 weeks. He used the toilet. He used the toilet of a local mosque and said, "I wouldn't go in there for a while if I were you." He added, "quote, to be honest, I'm still traumatized by the incident, and I can't say that I blame him."
Well, was he at home when this happened?
Yeah. Yeah. He also said that he'd found fragments of the snake's teeth inside of one of his butt cheeks 2 weeks after the attack.
Dude!
Which he supposes were left there because he pulled the snake hard to get it off of him.
Well, yeah.
Pulled a tooth out. So you have,
So you got a lispy snake.
he's all gummy.
Instead of...
Sounds like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of for snakes to travel up toilets through plumbing. Back in 2016, Jeff Jacobs, a longtime snake catcher at Queensland Wildlife Solutions in Australia, told the BBC that he gets called out to remove at least 4 to 5 snakes from toilets every year.
Wow.
And he said that snakes that end up in toilets may have been following the trail of some sort of prey. All like a rat.
Oh.
Yeah, he said all over the world, rats go down into sewers and the snakes go in there after them. Makes sense.
So that's how you get a toilet snake.
Yeah. Earlier in 2022, a snake catcher in Australia was called to remove a snake that had been seen in an office toilet. Drew Godfrey from the Hervey Bay Snake Catchers Company documented the catch in a Facebook post and on a YouTube video. The snake can be seen being removed from the toilet and put into a bag. Quote, thankfully, this doesn't happen very often. He speculated that the snake may have gone into the toilet chasing after a frog.
Wow. Why do you not see frogs or rats come in the toilet?
Because they're usually eaten by the snake.
Maybe they are eaten by the snake and he's just looking for a way out.
Yeah, no.
We don't like that.
This is why I choose to live in an urban environment, you see, because typically these things aren't going to happen.
And it could happen here. I doubt very seriously.
Maybe in the more rural areas.
Yeah, I would think you'd have to be in a really rural
where there's a septic
tank.
Yeah, septic system or something like that.
Well, that would kind of curtail my wanting to use my own restroom.
It would.
Why do you go to the mosque? Why do you knock on a neighbor's door?
Maybe he's got a snake issue too.
Well, if it's in the same building,
same line, yeah.
There could be a whole family just hanging out down there, waiting for asses to bite.
You think, when you're, in your home, there's something about the safety and solitude of your own bathroom. It's like it's the sanctum sanctorum of any home.
It is, unless you have children, small children, or pets that follow you in.
Yeah, but then that's sort of expected, and you kind of know what's up.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
that's true.
You're sitting there working a Wordle problem while you're pinching the loaf. The last thing you want to think about is some reptile coming up from below.
And snapping you on the booty.
You know, a Godzilla coming up over there. And thank God it got him by the butt and not his bag. Oh, think about that shit. That's why he's terrified. It was a close call. And he probably shat upon the snake, and the snake was like, what the hell is this? And he bit back, and he got the guy by the butt.
Oh, see
there?
You had to mention that. None of that was even in my head.
Well, it's logistics.
The bag bite is what got me.
Yeah, well, of course.
The butt bite was bad enough, but the visual of the bag bite.
Yeah, and you go yanking on that, you're going to have all sorts of trouble.
Oh, God.
It's like a blumpkin from hell.
You have to stitch the bag up.
No.
There's a hole in my bag now, dear Liza, dear Liza.
No, there's no. I mean, you've had your dignity robbed by a reptile. And then you're in the hospital, and the doctors are trying not to laugh.
You know they were.
Oh, of course they were, because as soon as they're done fixing you up, they're back in the break room cutting a smoke and having a martini going.
He was bit by a snake.
You see this guy? And, hey, what's with the doctors not taking the fang parts out of the guy's ass?
Oh, you're fine. It's just a python.
No big deal. There's not even any stitches involved. We're just going to, throw a little, I don't know, some mercurochrome on it and send you on your way. Here's a little bandage for your trouble.
Yeah, a little monkey blood.
Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh.
That's what we called that
monkey
stuff.
blood.
Monkey blood.
Yes. And then send him home with a shot in his other ass to make sure he doesn't have the tetanus, and then,
Yeah.
God. And it could have been so much worse.
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, what if it was like a hooded viper?
Well, look, the snake clearly had a taste for ham instead of,
right,
meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes, right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Thank God.
This guy best count his lucky stars. He shows up over at the mosque, and they're all going, hey, don't bring that in here.
Ooh, what if it was a radioactive snake? Do you think he'll turn into
Snake Man?
Snake Man?
Like the most useless superhero?
Really? What the hell could you do?
All of a sudden, you sound like
climb a tree.
You sound like Mike Tyson. All of a sudden, I'll squeeze you to death.
Snake Man.
It's pointless.
It is.
That's why there never was a Snake
That's
Man.
right.
Because like over at Marvel or at DC, they
were tossing those ideas around.
They sit in the writer's room going, okay, we need a new superhero. What's it going to be? Ooh, how about Snake Man? It's like, what's he going to do? Hiss at you?
Right.
No point. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe for a horror film, maybe. I don't know. I read Metamorphosis.
Oh, wait, who wrote that?
Kafka? Was it Kafka? Did Kafka write the Metamorphosis?
I don't know.
About the man who went to bed and woke up as a cockroach?
Really?
Now you got me thinking. Hang on.
Metamorphosis. Kafka.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
It was a short story I remember reading. Well, this is the first thing that comes up. Google's listening to me here.
Yeah.
The Metamorphosis. Kafka, yeah. Yes, it tells the story of a salesman who worked for a radio station in Memphis. It was published in 1915.
Wow.
It's an allegorical novella. Make for a great radio drama. Published 1915, one of the Kafka's best-known works, Metamorphosis tells the story of a salesman, Gregor Samsa, who wakes up one morning to find himself inexplicably transformed into a huge insect. and subsequently struggles to adjust to his new condition. The novella has been widely discussed among literary critics, with differing interpretations being offered in popular culture and adaptations of the novella. The instinct is commonly depicted as a cockroach. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a short story.
Never heard of that.
There's a whole thing here about the interpretation of it, about people converting from one religion to another, and there's all.
Okay.
Yeah, there's all sorts of weird stuff about it, but yeah, it's a fascinating story, and it's a bit of a horror story.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like a horror story.
But it's Kafka, so wrap your head around that.